shapes. These are already pre-cut to the exact size that you need. For me, I don't have the time to be cutting out paper shapes. So they come beautifully packaged in a little bag like this with a number of different shapes in them. The acrylic template. These are what I use to rotary cut my fabric. They have a 1/4 inch seam built in on each one of them, and it makes life very easy when you're cutting multiple layers of fabric. Rotating mat. This used to be what I called a luxury item, but for me now it's a necessity. It rotates as you cut. So while you're cutting out, you can just twist it and cut and twist and cut, and it saves you cutting under your armpit, dancing around the table, and you can sit down with it, you can cut on your lap. It's a great, useful tool. Needles. My favourite needle is the Milliner's 11, also called a straw needle. It is a long, fine needle. The finer your needle, the finer your work will be. If you use a big fat crowbar, you'll have big fat crowbar stitches. Along with the needles, I have a specific thread that I use. Superior bottom line thread is my favourite. Normally, people would use a cotton thread with cotton fabric. However, with English paper piecing, it's not the same. When you're sewing your two pieces together, the thread's dragging across the top of the card constantly and it will shred. With the bottom line thread, it doesn't happen. It's a very fine thread and it means you don't have to colour match exactly to your fabric. They're available in a large reel of 1420 yards, a small packet of 6 super bobs, or you can buy a whole donut with 36 different colours. My favourite tool of all is a Sew-Line glue pen. I've not always used a Sew-Line glue pen, but when I introduced it to the market a number of years back, it has revolutionised the whole technique, and it has become something that everybody wants to use and made English paper piecing so much easier, so much more enjoyable, and so much quicker. Now if you can see, all my little shapes, all my little tails are all going in the same direction. And I do that for a reason. If you start in the same position each time and you glue in the same direction each time, your little tails will all go in the same direction. And the reason we want them to do that is because when we put them around in a circle so that they form the shape of a star, all of our little tails are going to sit in underneath each other and overlap each little tail, so they sit round and form like a whirligig, but it makes the center of your star sit nice and flat.